You're probably wondering why I'm in a pink room here in what seems like an empty house because it's echoing. And it turns out I bought a house. Now it's definitely a project house, which I'll show you in a second. But I did buy a house. And I plan to bring you along for the journey a little bit as things progress. But I guess I'll do a little bit of a show around now to see where I am now. I've already done some work to the house, partially because the bathroom just needs it done right away, and instead of filming and slowing myself down, I figured I'll get that done as much as I can off camera, I guess, and then we'll go from there. But I have taken apart some of the house, mostly the bathroom, and let's see. So this is the room that I was just in. It is very pink. That's just a table of shit. Radio down there for some tunage. But yeah, this room needs to have some retexturing done on the walls and the ceiling, and then just needs, you know, a nice clean coat of paint on it and a different light fixture, of course. That would be considered the master bedroom, I suppose. Here's the other bedroom, which is a nice shade of light blue. Again, the walls just need to have some retexturing done and some hole filling on the ceiling, and a nice coat of paint to match the other room. Both bedrooms do have very nice hardwood floors. Well, nice is a relative term, because they're hardwood, but they're cheap hardwood or whatever when the house was built. But they'll clean up very well and look good when I'm done. That is the door for the bathroom, if you're wondering. It is a 2-bedroom house, so there's only 2 bedrooms, of course. Both bedrooms have a closet that are in this wall here. Again, this room needs a light fixture too. This is would be considered the living room. It is a nice shade of bright sun yellow. Again, the walls need to be retextured along with the ceiling, and just going to do a nice simple coat of paint to match all the other rooms. That's the thermostat. It's on the low side, but that's where it is. The hardwood that's in this floor is in rough shape because all 3 rooms that have hardwood had carpet on top of them. The bedrooms, which are around the corner over there, fared much better. This room, however, I will probably have to sand and refinish, and I might as well, I guess, since I'm going to end up renting the tools and buying the materials to do it, I might as well sand and refinish all 3 rooms, along with some hardwood that I plan to put in the hallway, which I'll get into in a second. But the hardwood that's here is in good shape under the nastiness of the carpet that was here. There is some fairly significant changes going to involve this wall. I plan to take that wall down up and leave 3 or 4 feet on that end, depending on what I decide looks best. So that gets into the hallway. Ignore the nasty toilet, but this is my hallway. I'm standing in what's the master bedroom. There's the front bedroom, there's the living room, and there's a really skinny hallway. So of course, taking the wall out will open that up and open the entire house out entirely. And this, what's on that floor is actually peel and stick tile. The kitchen and the bathroom all had peel and stick tile on it. When I take that wall down, I plan to lay some hardwood that matches all 3 rooms through this section over here. And because it's only like 55 square feet, I mean, I'm looking at like $200 of hardwood, plus whatever, you know, cost it takes to rent the sanding stuff and the refinishing materials. That's attic access there. There's nothing in the attic. It's just a 1-story ranch. The hallway is a nice shade of green, and I guess that would be considered orange. I don't know, I'm partially colorblind. But yeah, that's what that's going to look like. And that's a nasty toilet. Of course, also on top of the peel and stick tile, they had laid carpet on there. That's why it looks pretty nasty and stained. because it's all covered in glue, and then they laid carpet on top of the peel and stick tile that was there. To be honest, and for cleanliness' sake, they probably would have been better of just leaving the peel and stick tile as is and just actually sweeping it, as opposed to putting carpet in the kitchen, this room, in the bathroom to my left. Yes, there was carpet in the bathroom, and it was fucking nasty. But this is the kitchen. It is a small kitchen, of course. It has a nice small stove that is actually pretty brand new. My plan here, of course, is to replace the cabinets because they're old and kind of nasty. Of course, the walls all need to be semi-retextured and then painted along the ceiling. I need a different light fixture because that one's ugly. And of course, to do something with the floor while in here. Here's a view of the other way. There's the stove, there's a range hood which does actually exit outside. That cabinet's going to come out along with that range hood thing because it smells like asshole. And that's going to probably get removed out of there. And I might build another one or get another one and move it to this side and move the stove that way. I'm not sure yet, I don't know. Because it would open up this space here a little bit to have that extra 8 inches of space with the stove moved that way. But here's a room standing in the kitchen down the hallway. This is the wall that I plan to take down, which would open up the entire kitchen and whatnot to the living room, which would look very nice. These are some marks on the wall. That's 4 feet. That one's 3 feet. I'm probably going to go with 4 feet, I suppose, because it'll make doing a beam easier. But again, floor is nasty in here, but it smells much better than the carpet did. As expected, I suppose, the bathroom was in the worst shape out of the entire house. I've started to work on it. There was a section of floor that had to be replaced. It's all shiplap planks under everything. I have some 1/4-inch plywood underlayment that I'm going to lay on top of that, and then prime, and then I'm going to do a rollout vinyl floor in this room and in the kitchen. I have a friend who did some remodeling work on his house, and it turned out really nice, and I did like it. And it's got, you know, a little bit of cushion thickness to it because it's a cushion style step. But this, of course, the bathroom is in worse shape out of the house. Somebody had some. There's actually a cast iron tub under that. There was a bath fitter at some point in this house's life. A bath fitter came in here, did a tub install, and had a shower walls installed, so it kind of smelled really bad. I'm going to keep that tub install in there since there's nothing wrong with it and it cleans up really well, but I do need to get a surround to go in there. I need a new medicine cabinet thing and a new vanity. The bathroom is teeny tiny, so everything that I buy is going to have to be the smallest possible, and I had to strip this wall. I'm probably going to actually strip the rest of it because the electric, or the way the electric was run in that house, or the bathroom I should say, is kind of sketchy. So I'll have to do some electric work in there. But yeah, that's the bathroom. That's the sort of main focus right now. Back in the kitchen, we're going to go downstairs. Nice wood paneling on that wall there. Downstairs, there was carpeting on these stairs as well, which again smelled nasty, which I ripped out. This little alcove is pink as well. In the kitchen, I didn't mention, is some sort of shade. It looks yellow on camera to me, but it's like orangey. Not sure what color you would call that. This is the basement, of course. There's a garage out over there. The basement is half pink and half blue. There was an old couple who lived here for their entire lives, just about. So I'm assuming this was her wall, that was his wall, that was his wall, that was her wall, and that was her wall as well. I don't know. The floor is just concrete, which, you know. Also down here, there was carpet down here, which again smelled really nasty. These are just some sawhorses and some wood that I'm storing here. The heating system is a oil-fed forced hot air system. It's a Thermal Pride. It's only 10 years old. It's in good shape. There's nothing wrong with that, so that's, you know, gonna stay. The hot water tank runs on propane, which is also only 10 years old, so that's gonna stay as well. The plumbing has had some half-assed homeowner repairs, so there's some plumbing work over here to fix up. So there's that. Luckily there's not very much plumbing in the house because the house is only, what, 768 square feet. So there's just a sink, then there's a bathroom over there, and yeah. This is what my garage looks like. It's a small, you know, single stall garage that goes under the house. Above me is one of the bedrooms and the back bedroom over there, which is called the master. So yeah, here's my 1/4-inch underlayment for the bathroom. There's a view of the basement, and there's a garage door here that needs some repair work because it was installed half-assed like everything else. But yeah. So yeah, that's the project house, I guess we'll call it. My plan for the house is to pretty much just do a budget remodel, not, you know, go the, you know, cheapest way, but to also not, you know, spend, you know, many more thousands of dollars than I need to fix the house. Because of the house's size, the size of the lot and whatnot, it'll only ever be somebody's first home, starter home, whatever you want to call it, and then they themselves will move on to another house, sort of just as I am going to do. But I'm the one that bought it cheaply, and am going to do the work to fix it. But it's going to be a budget remodel house, basically. So we'll see what I end up filming, how much I film, when I film, and hopefully it'll work out well. It should. I mean, you know, let's say the market crashes, we could always turn it into a rental house. I did take some pictures of the house right after I closed on it, so I'll lay in some pictures of what the house looked like that very first day. Also including some outside shots for you. It's kind of iffy weather out there right now, it's kind of been sprinkling off and on all day, so I'm not going to really go outside, but that's what the house looked like right after I closed on it and came here for the first time after it being mine. And well, yeah. Well, my current project today and yesterday, since I had a dumpster made available to me, is to pretty much remove anything in the house that I care not to keep and want to get rid of that I can right now. So that involves this today, along with all the rugs and anything I ripped out of the bathroom that was kind of piled in my garage here. I didn't get to show you that yesterday because yesterday was spent hauling all that shit out into a garage. But tell me, there was a pretty sizable pile of shit in here. Thank God that that's gone because it all smelled like ass. I've been told that the people who lived in this house never really had any money. They had enough money to live in the house and whatnot, but they never had any money to do any work to it or really maintain the house or upkeep with as things changed and whatnot. So a lot of the stuff that was built in this house, like this bench rather, or I should say, sort of all reclaimed materials and whatnot, and it's pretty much held together with thumbtacks. So it should be a fairly easy job to take this apart. People who live in this house also had a thing for contact paper. It was kind of everywhere. Yeah. Excellent.